Large language models are awesome, but the problem with large language model is that they have been trained on past data. So no matter how big your model is and how much data set it has used to be trained on, it is still stale. What if you want to give it real-time information? Look at this example on your screen. We have this prompt template where we are asking the large language model to assume the role of Australian outback wild camel hunter. Just as a fun fact, Australian outback is huge and there are a lot of wild and feral camels there, which have become a real bane for not only the humans but also for the environment. So sometimes, there is a bounty on hunting them because there are hundreds of thousands of them. Okay, so we are asking our large language model to become an Australian outback wild camel hunter. Now, the outback of Australia, which is mostly desert and uninhabited and quite a harsh environment, it is huge. So, in this one, I'm asking the large language model that I am going to give it location indicators for a spotted camel group, and then I want this LLM to generate approximately as much correct latitude and longitude of location, and then also to justify it on the basis of my input. And then this is the information I'm going to give to this model. Now, what happens is normally the people in the remote towns or villages or the settlements in the outback, they spot the camels and then they inform the authorities, and then the authorities then go into the area which is quite huge, and then they start searching it either through the helicopters or maybe the rangers do it in the vehicles which take long time, and by that time they reach it and start searching the area. Due to its vastness, they are unable to spot the camels. Now, in this way, so the information I'm going to give this large language model is that maybe name of town and the radius where they have been spotted, and then on the basis of its own data set it is going to give me a prediction that okay, this might be the area, and it will narrow it down and give me the latitude and longitude of camels, because it might just learn from the habits of camels that how much they travel within a time frame. But area might be suitable in that region of outback, and LLM could induce a lot of intelligence from its existing data set. So if I provide it this real-time information, then it might be able to give me and narrow it down the area to the as small area as possible. Okay, so this is where this real-time machine learning can come very handy. So this real-time machine learning can be a competitive advantage in situations where time is a driving factor in the relevance of the prediction coming from the model. So in the industries like finance, healthcare, transportation, it could be huge. For example, if you take the example of finance, real-time machine learning can be used to detect fraudulent transactions as they occur, allowing for immediate action to be taken, or it is used in high-frequency trading where the time to decision is measured in a fraction of a second, faster than humanly possible. Plus, in healthcare, real-time machine learning can be used to monitor vital signs in real time and alert medical staff to potential issues. And if you talk about transportation, real time machine learning can be used to optimize routes for delivery vehicles in real time, reducing fuel consumption and improving delivery time. And there are a lot of other applications of real time machine learning. Okay, now another thing I want to show you is what can you do to make an LLM induce the information from real time. Well, this is where you would need a tool such as Bytewax. And Bytewax is a tool which is quite handy, I would say, because it allows you to create streaming information and you can integrate it with a lot of um, I would say large language models, Hugging Face, and lot of other things. Now, what is happening here is that this Bytewax makes it very easy to create a real-time pipeline with the large language model, because what would happen is that not only your LLM is going to use its own data set, but it is also going to stream this real-time information to the LLM. So Bytewax is simply is a sort of uh, an exposure of Python API on top of a highly efficient language like Rust. Installation is fairly easy, and let me quickly show you that how you can install it. So if you click on getting started, and then you can read more about it, that what exactly this is. As I mentioned, you can stream it, and it supports this data flow programming paradigm, where programming execution is conceptualized as a data flowing through a series of operations or transformations. Now, in order to install it, all you need to do is to do pip install bytewax, and that's it in your Python environment. And then let me show you a simple example. Here we have this small text file, and we are going to count the word and stream this file as an input to bytewax, and then it can be presented to our large language models. So it is importing some of the libraries and defining some of the functions, creating token, or basically differentiating the lines in the file, and then it is setting the timing and throwing this file as an input to the data flow. And then we just flattening the file and then mapping it, and then output will be generated here. So once you run it, it will present this as a streaming data, and that can be inputted to your large language model. If you're looking for more examples, then you can check all of these guides on Bytefax website, and there are a lot of them which you can simply follow along, and they have been differentiated into the different levels from easy to intermediate, and the thing is that all of them are quite easy if you just spend half an hour on each of them. There is also a code example on Google Colab by one of the person, and I'll drop the link in video's description. And you can even run it here on Colab by following all of these steps. And in this example, this is just detecting fire in real time with air quality data. And this is similar to the example which I showed you about the Australian Outback Explorer. Now, if you look at this, not only it is using this Bytewax to do the data flow, but if you scroll down to this notebook, it is also doing the visualization with it, which is really cool. And this is, if I scroll down quickly, sorry, let me quickly go there. So this is, it is using here. It is also using IPython to do the visualization, which makes it really cool. I'll drop the link to it in video's description so that you can follow along. But really cool library, I would say, and it's the community is building around it, because I think this is the future where not only the LLM is going to use its historical data, but also it will be using streaming information through pipelines or data pipelines like Bytewax in real time. I hope that you liked it. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments, and if you like the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you very much.